Fishing Time, hosted by Team RT, where we show you tips, tools, and rules, hooks, weights, and baits, the good, the bad, sometimes the ugly, and why safety is so important. So hang tight, we're over here in Scottsboro, Alabama, fixing to put in over here at the Goose Pond, over here at Lake Gunnersville. So everybody just hang tight, we got Buzzbait Alvis behind the wheel for today, and we got Crab Claw RT. So everybody hang tight, more Fishing Time, hosted by Team RT. We hope you enjoy the show. Hey, he might go 3 pounds, huh? He might be bigger, man. Already broke the ice. I guess we just got out here probably about 15 minutes. That might be a 4 or 5 pounder on Buzzbait.
Let me tell you what, boy. Whoa! We're over here in Lake Gunnersville. We're pre-fishing for the rattle trap tournament. And lo and behold, that's about the 10th cast. I told my boy Crab Claw, I said, son, I'm gonna take you up here where the big boys roam. We got one right here. We're gonna put him back in. Hopefully he's gonna hit at tournament time. So y'all hang tight with the Team Lartigue up here in North Alabama, Lake Gunnersville.
Man, that right there, with the Rattle Trap Classic, well, we get to keep 5 fish, right, Captain?
Yes, you do. And let me tell you something, my friend Crab Claw. You get 5 of them bad boys, you're gonna be in the money, baby.
Yeah, well, that's what we come up here for, is to be in the money. Because Lord knows it's cost us a lot of money to get here in gas.
Let me tell you what, boys back home in Mississippi, this is what I come for. I told y'all I was on my way. Let me tell you what, catching big bass with Team Lartigue, it just don't get any better than that. Look at that butte right there. Look how fat that thing is. Check it out. Love you, baby.
Oh, we got to throw him back.
Look at here. Wait. Bam!
It didn't take long to break the ice, did it, Captain?
You know, we got the new Skeeter boat with us now. We're absolutely hitting them hard and heavy, baby.
I like it. Yep, over here at Lake Gunnersville, over here in Scottsboro, Alabama.
That's right.
I'm having a hard time.
Scottsboro, Alabama, up in the foothills of the mountains, baby.
Yeah, you can. We are in the mountains, no doubt. Scottsboro, Alabama, over here at Lake Gunnersville.
That is a shout out. I'm shouting out to all my buddies back home. Woo! Let's get another one, Crab Claw. Let's see if we can ease in here, get one more, and I think we might need to move from this spot.
No, let's go on. We might want to hold this spot. Nuck and tuck, nuck and... Hey, keep it low, keep it low. Shh.
We're gonna leave the spot here after we catch one more. We're moving on. We're gonna mark this one on our GPS that we got hooked up. Bubba, it's on like a chicken bone here in Scottsboro, Alabama.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, we're pre-fishing for the Rattle Trap Classic, the 2nd annual Rattle Trap Classic tournament. And I tell you, like you said, Captain, we get us about 5 of those, I think we'll be in the money.
Oh my gosh, if you get 5 of them bad boys, you're gonna be well in the money. We'll be bringing the trophy back to the coast.
I want to be in the money, Captain.
Hang tight there, Crab Claw.
Put me in the money, Captain.
Got the new show motor on. 200. Supposed to be the Mac data. He's over here to Preston Creek. Yeah. You know, I see the birds. Birds are working, but yes, we are changing the lure over. And like we've said earlier today, we are fishing the Classic Rattle Trap Tournament, 2nd annual.
So, I mean, the Rattle Trap Classic is a bass tournament, is that correct?
It is. It is a bass tournament. It is the 2nd bass. Now, this is the 2nd annual rattle trap tournament.
Well, this is a big tournament, though.
It's a big tournament. Got 100 boats in it. You can only use a rattle trap made by Bill Lewis.
Bill Lewis Lures is the only rattle trap that you can use
in this tournament in a couple of days.
The rattle trap, you know, Bill Lewis invented the original rattle trap, and there's been a lot of, you know, sidekicks and a lot of makes on the side, but we are a big fan of the original Bill Lewis lure rattle trap.
I tell you what, it is Buzz Bait's favorite bait.
And what a tournament to fish in. The rattle trap tournament, Buzz Bait's favorite bait.
Yeah, you know, buzz baits are good, and I love them too, but I tell you what, the rattle trap catches every species of fish. I am a true believer, and I am a walking...
You're a walking example of a rattle trap. I love rattle trap, man.
Wow. Look here.
So on the rest of the rules, we got to have a live bait bag that we got to transport the fish from the boat to the scales. Is that correct?
That is correct. And we do have one here in the super boat.
And you will get penalized for a dead fish.
You get penalized for a dead fish. Now, I also read in the rules that the lunker, the jackpot fish, has got to be alive. He cannot be dead.
The jackpot fish.
He will not count if he is dead.
I'll be dog. You know, I remember reading that as well. So a dead jackpot fish is probably not going to be quite the payoff you're looking for, is your buzz bait?
It's going to be. That's why when you catch that jackpot fish, you better nurture him. You better give him lots and lots of love.
You better pet him and tuck him in and make sure she's nice and cuddled up. Good and comfortable.
For the ride to the scale so she can get put back in out of the live
bait box, because you know, say you got an 8, well, I tell you what, I think 8 to 10. They said they caught a 10-pounder, what, last week?
They did. They caught one on 1/10 of year 13. So that would be January the 10th.
Is the biggest fish so far out of the Goose Pond.
That's right, that they know of.
So, you know, probably the lunker tomorrow, I mean, you're talking about 100 boats, 200 fishermen. I mean, it's, you wonder, you know, it's got to play some skill to it. You think that probably there's going to be just somebody lucky, but you would think skill brings luck. You know what I'm saying, Captain?
Without a doubt. I mean, you know, everybody, 100 boats, everybody throwing rattle traps. Lord, there's going to be some fish caught. Now, as far as the size, the lunker size, you know, a good 7-8 pound fish is going to be in the running.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. I mean, we're thinking between 7 and 10. You know, 8-pounder probably sounds good.
2-1.
2-1.
He gets that 5.
I got me a 5 spot.
But he sure is fat.
He sure is. I mean, gosh.
I can tell right now, Crab Claw, I'm going to have to rig something up from a little handheld scale, because I think the handheld scale and the fish will go over if we don't tie something around your wrist.
I hear you, dog.
Because these fish out here are fat and beautiful. Look at the stomach, boy. Let me tell you, this is what it's all about, y'all. I'm going to put him back. Maybe we'll get him tomorrow.
Shh, don't tell nobody. We only got 2 spots already. Bam!
Like I said, I did just have one hung. I didn't really hoist him in because, you know, we're pre-fishing, but I think this little area right here might be holding a few fish.
Yeah, like I said, shh.
I think what we're going to do, we're going to ease around this point. We're just going to work our way back out because we know we caught 3 fish right there. I mean, come on now.
Good spot. We got that one logged in. We got 2 good spots. We need about 8 to 10 more there, Captain.
Awesome.
We're trying to catch 20 pounds. You know, we figure we get 20 pounds plus. We going home with a jackpot, babe.
There's no doubt.
Got 15 inches, don't he, Captain?
He sure does.
But that was off that tomato-colored rattle trap.
Sure is. Blood.
Blood red.
Blood red. Pretty fish. Run that bait through that grass.
I'll tell you what, you're having to fight through that grass too, ain't you, Captain?
There he is right there. There he is.
I'll be dog.
There he is.
That's two in a...
Probably a keeper right there.
That's back to back, back to back.
You throw that bait out there, and where you see that grass, it's suspended. Pretty fish. You know,
just constantly fighting that grass. I mean, you got to go through the process of pulling it off.
There you go.
Look at that. That's three in a row. Oh, this is good fish right here. We got a good fish. We got a good fish. Man, that's 3 in a row, back to back to back. That fish here probably goes close to 2 pounds.
Yeah.
So right now we would have 5 keepers in the box for the tournament.
Yeah.
We've got a 4.5, a 4. We've got a 2. We've got another 2. But there again, you know, our numbers are 15 and 20 pounds. I mean, we've got to average a 4 to 5 pound average in order to win this Rattle Trap Classic. I mean, there's just no doubt that there's going to be a lot of pressure put on these fish. So what do you think, Buzzbait? I guess our first day of pre-fishing over here at Lake Guntersville. So I guess we're getting late on the first day, and we get one more day of pre-fishing. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have the luxury of getting one more day of pre-fishing. We have had an outstanding first day of pre-fishing. I think Crab Claws caught him a couple of fish. I think I've caught about 4 or 5 fish. We over here having a wonderful time. The weather's a little bit nippy.
So as far as you know, we're doing pre-fishing for the Rattle Trap Classic freshwater bass tournament is why we're here. What we want to do is have a game plan come Saturday on our 2 pre-fishing days, and what we're doing is working on our game plan. You know, right now we know we left 3 spots. You know, the fish were still biting. I mean, we could have daggum lipped them, but if we'd have kept lipping them, what happened? They might be all lipped out come Saturday.
What I'm saying. You don't want to pre-fishing. You don't want to go catch all your fish. You just want to go locate them, make sure they're there, and then once you locate them and you're confident that they're there, you need to leave them alone.
Yeah, because you know what we're trying to do is, you know, I think there's supposed to be 100 boats in this tournament. And we're trying to catch 5 keeper fish, the biggest 5 fish, and we want the lunker fish too.
We want to bring it all.
You know
the old saying, eat your cake or have your cake and eat it too. That's what we're looking for.
We want both. We want best of both worlds, don't we, Captain? Back over here at Lake Guntersville, over here in Scottsboro, Alabama. Pre-fishing on day 2 pre-fishing for the Rattle Trap Classic. So everybody just hang tight. We're about to try to locate some fish so we can win the Rattle Trap Classic. Where we headed to first here, Captain?
Well, what we're gonna do, let me tell y'all, it's about 25 degrees this morning. I guess right now it's about 29 with the wind chill factor of about 20. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna suit up. We got all this armor on. We're gonna suit up and we're gonna take the super boat down Lake Guntersville about 3.5 miles, see if we can locate some more of that good grass so we can continue on our fishing Epithet for the class. My hands are so cold. What happened? My insulated gloves are a little small. So we just made that 2.5 mile run. I got my fishing gloves and they have ice on them.
Yeah, with about a 22 degree wind chill.
My hands got so cold, I had to shut the boat down to warm them back up. I thought frostbite was gonna get on.
I mean, I would say this is probably one of the coldest trips we've had. I mean, we're coastal boys, you know. I mean, we're used to the sunny beach and the sunny sunshines.
I am thinking that the conditions here have changed dramatically.
To say the least.
And yesterday, I think the high was probably, you know, in the high 40s. Cold front came in last night. It's got the temperature down. It was below freezing this morning. When we put in the water, it was 29 degrees. So, not only is it going to be tough for the buzzbait and the crab claw, it's going to be tough for everybody else as well.
And then we got game time come tomorrow there, Captain.
Game time tomorrow, safe light.
Safe light. You know, we had a trick getting in this morning. The daggum launch was froze up. And I'll be lo and behold, you know, Crab Claw was putting her in the hole and dude, he went on a slide, didn't he, Captain?
I thought boat, truck, and all was coming in.
Oh, I did too, man. I started putting the hammer to her and I was like, Captain, she's sliding on me, Captain.
Yeah, what happened, it's so cold up here when the boats are launched and they pull their trailers out, the water settles on the ramp. So you always have to be very careful when you're up here in this cold weather, when you're backing a boat up like that.
Well,
you know, on a steep incline, backing it up. Just be extra careful.
Yeah, that's definitely the tip of the day, because old Crab Claw started sliding early this morning and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be fun. But we finally broke the ice, got us a back-to-back, and we over here at the honey hole. We just come over here testing. We think we can win this rattle trap tournament over here in this hole.
That's what we're gunning for.
That's what we're gunning for. That's what we showed up for, and we are in it to win it, Captain.
Woo!
In it to win it.
In it to win it. I love that phrase.
All right, so we had pre-game yesterday, pre-game today, showtime tomorrow. So what you got going on there, Buzzbait?
Let me tell y'all, it's snowing up in Scottsboro.
It's snowing up in Scottsboro, Alabama.
Got snow going on. We got the Rattle Trap Classic going on. We're fighting the elements.
Yeah, I guess we got up this morning about 3:30. Got to the launch about, what, maybe 5 o'clock, and it was 138 boats just piling in.
You know, we're just having a wonderful time. The tournament is on. Crab Claw has caught a couple of fish. Nothing with any size yet.
Yeah, we don't have any keepers though. We got caught 2 this morning, and we got a 5 fish limit, but they got to be over 15. And you know, I guess we've been fishing for about an hour, hour and a half, and only 2 fish so far, Captain.
Yeah, but we got plenty of time left. Still on them hot and heavy. Y'all stay tuned. gonna have us a good old time today.
Well, you think conditions can get any worse, Buzzbait? Sometimes they will.
Let me tell you, you gotta love it. This is what I live for. This is what me and Crab Paul came up here to do. The conditions are unbelievable. But you know what? We're having a wonderful time. As you can see, the boats, everybody is fishing. They're wide open.
Yeah, I guess
it could be worse.
Yeah, I tell you, it's like I said earlier this morning, there was 138 boats come in, and everybody's trying to find a spot. We got here first, but it didn't take them long to catch up, that's for sure. So I guess we got to go to plan 3. We run spot 1, spot 2, and now we're going to spot 3.
3 is a lucky number right there. 3.
3 is a lucky number. We put a game plan together yesterday, and we've been sticking to it. You know, like Buzzbait said, you know, we got 3 fish, but no keepers. Right now we're sitting on a goose egg over here at the Rattle Trap Classic. So we're gonna have to get to work, Captain.
In Scottsboro, Alabama, Gunnersville Lake.
Man, boy, she
is sleeting now, babe.
Sleeting and snowing. It's a good thing it's not raining though. At least the sleet's, you know, peeling off of us, you know.
That's exactly right. But like I told Crab Claw, I'd give $1 million for a pair of insulated boots right now. Them things is beaut, ain't they? Woo!
Them Sperry's, I don't think them Sperry's are, that's more of a beach attire, ain't it, Captain?
Woo!
Yes.
Unbelievable. It's awfully late in the game.
It's getting late in the game, ain't it, Cap?
It sure is.
I guess what we started maybe the 4th quarter, and we probably got about 1.5 hours left to go in the game.
That's it. That's it. And what we're gonna do, we're not gonna give up. No giving up in this game.
We've caught 4 fish, no keepers, nothing in a box.
Nothing rattling yet.
Nothing rattling yet, other than the wind, the snow, the sleet, and the rain.
Woo! Buddy, I'll tell you what, we have had an adventure the last couple of days.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Tell them about it, Crab.
Well, we have had an adventure. I guess this is our 3rd day up at Lake Gunnersville. We come out to shoot pre-fishing and caught a nice 4.5, caught a 4-pounder. We pulled in about 13 pounds on the first day, and yesterday we did a lot of moving around and caught 3 fish. A little bit slow yesterday, and today we're sitting on 4.
Yeah, we've had a wonderful time. Met a lot of nice people. But like Crab Paul said, we don't give up to the very end. So we still got 1.5 hours of fishing. Maybe we can pull a miracle off.
Yeah, well, we still got the chance for the big lunker. That's only 1 fish we got to catch, and then of course we got to get 5 to get in the big pot.
And we're right around the corner from our number 3 spot, so.
Yeah, we got our last spot that we're gonna put a lot of pressure on before the whistle blows.
That's it. We got to be in by 3.
Got to be in 3. That's if you got fish in the box, Captain.
If you got fish in the box. That's right.
But everybody just hang tight. We're late in the 4th quarter. We're gonna try to do a come from behind victory.
There you go.
So the Rattle Trap Classic tournament.
Yes, sir.
It started out, we were very excited. Started out on the road trip from Mobile, Alabama, from Gulf Shores. And then we finally made it to Scottsboro, Alabama.
We sure did. We went to Gunnersville Lake for the 2nd annual Rattle Trap Classic.
Yeah, I tell you, it's well organized. They had, I guess they had 138 boats that showed up.
They sure did. They had more boats than I think that I've ever seen in a tournament at one time.
They had every boat imaginable. Allisons, Rangers, Tritons. Of course, we got the old Skeeter boat in the house.
The ZX-20.
Bullets, Allisons. I mean, it was just, it was a very, that's the biggest bass tournament that I've ever been in.
without a doubt. That's the biggest bass tournament that I think that I've ever fished in. We just had some beautiful weather on day one, and tell them about it, Crab Claw.
Well, yeah, you know, day one started out, we had 2 days of pre-fishing. So day one, we caught some fish. We caught a couple of nice fish. We had one about 4.5, and one was about 4. We had our limit. I guess we had 13 pounds on the first day of pre-fishing. Second day, we did a lot of hop, skipping, and jumping, trying to get our game plan together. You know, our game plan was to get we wanted to get at least 6 to 8 spots, is what our goal was to achieve. And we put a game plan together, and what happened to the game plan, Cap?
I'll tell you what happened to the game plan, my friend. Day 2 of the pre-fishing tournament, the conditions just fell off they just went off the roof. I mean, it was 19 degrees Friday morning. The conditions just went crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it started out, you know, well, I guess Scottsboro was probably 7 hours away.
North Alabama.
So the temperature is 7 hours away compared to the coast. I guess the second day when the conditions started going downhill, me and Buzzbait, I don't think we were prepared for this. We froze up like there's no tomorrow. When we put in on Friday, the day before the Classic, on our last pre-fishing day, it was 18 degrees. Now you can imagine if it's 18 degrees, the launch is a scary sight when it's 18 degrees. Now, what do you mean by that? Why am I so skittish about the launch?
Well, what had happened was old Crab Claw here, he decided to come on down with the skeeter boat and the truck, and what had happened when you launch a boat, and at that degree weather, when the boat comes out of the ramp, it seems to kind of ice over a little bit. So the Crab Claw was coming on down with the boat, truck, and all, and old Buzzbait, he was just freaking out. But anyway, we solved that problem. But just as cautionary, when you get in sub-degree or freezing degree weather, just be cautious of the ramp and make sure, you know, you take your time. If you got to put some salt, or if you got to wait a little while or do something, just be safe and don't lose your whole rig, truck and all.
You know, for me, it was an experience on what I learned on this particular day. You know, up in Scottsboro on Lake Guntersville, it's a bunch of mountains. I mean, everything is mountains and inclines, and the launch had some pitch on it.
Yes,
you know, it had some pitch on it, and so I come sliding in there, and I've never had where the dadgum launch was froze up. So Crab Claw comes sliding on in there, and I was going a little bit too fast. And what done happened is there was a couple of other boats that had launched, and the dadgum ramp froze up. Well, I didn't have the awareness. I'm thinking, you know, we're down south, and you know, we can just go on and slide her on in there and get her going. So here I am coming down a hill, and I could tell something it wasn't acting right. So here we go. We go sliding on in. We got the new skeeter boat. We got the Suburban, and Buzzbait's in the boat, and here she comes. I was like, oh, what's going to happen next? So finally, through the grace, you know, it stopped, and boy, I tell you, it was a learning experience that we ended up being very fortunate enough to come out of that one.
And also, in conditions like that, when it freezes up, you just need to be cautious on walking around, trying to get on the boat and whatnot, because the docks will freeze up as well, so you don't want to slip and bust your behind. But, you know, so let's continue on.
All right, so dadgum, here comes, we caught a few fish on our last pre-fish, and then here comes the Rattle Trap Classic game day. Here comes all 138 boats peeling on in there. I guess we started out, we got up at probably 4 o'clock.
We did.
We got in line. You know, it takes time. They did put a lot of salt on the ramp. They did do a captain's meeting the night before, and they did say that we're going to have plenty of salt. Be sure your four-wheel drive works, and just hang on in there.
And I tell you what, they did an outstanding job up in Goose Pond. in launching the boats, and he did it in an outstanding manner. I mean, it was quick. Everything went smooth. When we launched the boat, the daggone weather looked beautiful. It was slick. The sun was coming up.
But it was still cold.
It was cold. It was cold.
22 on game day.
It was cold. You know, the weatherman said that we had 30% chance of either rain, sleet, or snow. And, you know, I looked around. I told the crab claw, I said, Crab Claw, something, you know, they must have misread that because the sun's coming up. And as soon as that sun peeks over them trees, we're going to start thawing out. Well, continue on with that one right there.
I tell you, Buzzbait said, well, you know, we was froze up. I mean, our feet, I've never ever had my feet froze up for 8 hours. I mean, we couldn't feel our feet, couldn't feel our hands. We weren't prepared for this.
No, sir.
So Buzzbait looks over, we're waiting for the sun to come out. We're like, come on, sun. So we see a little patch of sun, and we're like, oh man, we can't wait for the sun. And then lo and behold, here comes something that wasn't looking like the sun.
That's right. I told old Crab Claw, I said, Crab Claw, look behind your shoulder and look at that. And we looked up the mountain there, foothill of the mountain, and there was a black cloud right there that I knew good and daggone well it had plenty of rain, sleet, or snow in it. And I'll be daggone, as soon as that cloud got to us, it didn't stop for 8 hours. Actually, it was still sleeting and raining as we was coming in at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it was a very unique experience. We did pull our time. So the results of the fishing, you know, the classic was a very learning experience. We got home cooked. The locals just wore the coastal boys out. We can take it on the chin. And they gave it to us on the chin, a couple of licks.
Yes, sir, they did wind up catching lots of fish. As we left the tournament, 21.6 pounds was leading the tournament, and he said that he had close to an 8-pound lunker. You know, we was so cold that as soon as we got back to the ramp, you know, we went in, checked in, told everybody that we was in safe, and we shot on out of there because we had that long drive back, and the weather was just as bad as it was when it, I mean, it snowed on us for every bit of 3-4 hours in the tournament. It was absolutely brutal.
To say the least.
Without the hand warmers, I don't think that I could have been able to fish.
Yeah, you know, the hand warmers on day, after we got burned up the first day, we knew the conditions were going to deteriorate for the classic, and we had to find some hand warmers, and hand warmers are very, very suggested in conditions like that, because you put a hand warmer in your pocket, keep it every warm spot you possibly can, but the hand warmers paid out.
You know, that's right. I mean, but all in all, we had a great tournament. I mean, we learned a lot. We know next time, whenever we go up there, we're going to be better prepared for the conditions if they do deteriorate quickly, like they could at any time. And we had a great time. We certainly appreciate Wes with Rattle Trap to invite us to come up there and use his product. We sacked up on a lot of your rattle traps. I know everybody has bought a lot of rattle traps up in Scottsboro for the past couple of days. And another good thing about it is we're bringing home some new product down here to the coast. I don't know how many rattle traps, different kinds are down here, but we definitely appreciate the rattle trap and the goose pond and everybody that has put this tournament on, and it was totally outstanding.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a great event. We learned a lot, and you know, a big shout out to Wes and Rattle Trap for putting on such a great event. And there again, you know, I guess you know, it's the second annual trip, the second annual classic tournament, and they'll have the third. They had a great turnout. I think the first classic was where they had 37 boats that showed up. And then this year they had 138. So,
they had an extra 100, and I would imagine next year it'll probably go up to 200 because this is just an outstanding tournament. We also want to give a shout out to our boy TJ.
With Daiichi hooks.
With Daiichi hooks, we certainly appreciate that. I did catch them off your Daiichi hooks. So we certainly appreciate Daiichi and the fishing team. We also appreciate the Skeeter boat that we have just purchased for the fishing show. So everything just worked out great.
So next time, Fishing Time, hosted by Team Lord T. We hope you enjoy the show.